Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pumpkin connoisseurs. Bill here with B&S Giant Pumpkins. Today is October 28th. We're almost 4 weeks, well, we are 4 weeks away from our pumpkin's demise. And the grieving period has ended. It ended shortly after the demise, but we still attended some layoffs and saw some great pumpkins. Saw the Ohio State record be broke. There at Operation Pumpkin. Mr. Persinger threw up a 2505. Congratulations to him. Nonetheless, I am actually doing this video tonight just because I keep getting questions about what happened to our fruit, what happened to our pumpkin, and why did we not go to the layoff. I did put some stuff on Facebook, but apparently not everybody has seen that. So we're going to do a quick, I don't know how quick it's going to be. We're going to do a review of the video I took when I found the problem and me lifting the pumpkin, and then the next day when I cut the pumpkin up. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I'm just going to add the videos in and we'll go from there today. I do plan on doing a complete patch tour or post-patch tour of each patch and tell you what I think happened in each patch that affected our growth this year. Well, not really affected our growth, it ended our growth. So look forward to another video, at least one more this year, until we start doing seed testing and all that stuff. Anyways, nonetheless, we'll move forward and I will show you the videos I took and pictures I took of our 1886. We did weigh her on the crane scale as we picked her up, and she lost, I think, 140, 160 pounds in like maybe a minute or two during the process. Her max weight on the crane scale was 2089, but I'm sure she surpassed 2100 when she was healthy, because when you see the videos and the pictures, you'll see that the bottom of the pumpkin was like less than a ½ inch thick. I'm not sure how I got it picked up without the whole bottom falling out. I do feel that she stopped growing somewhere around late August after a 2-week cold spell that we went to 90 degrees. But I feel like there's other contributing factors there that I will discuss in the upcoming video. Hopefully I can do this weekend during the post-patch tour. So stand by and get your popcorn, because this might take a minute. Stand by one. Still coming. Hell, that's 15 or 20 gallons of water so far, and she's sweet. Still coming out. I bet you that's 30, 40 gallons of water just came out of this fruit, and it is nasty. Crazy. What's she weigh now? I think she was 2024 before I got it all the way off the ground, but now it's drained all the water. Oh, it's still going down. 1974. So it was over 2,000 pounds with 50 gallons of water in it. It's crazy. Look at all that. All because of this little hole right here. This little hole where I hit it with a fan was dried up. Put my finger in there, it's dry as a bone. Still within regulation. But whatever damage happened continued through and went straight down to the bottom of the pumpkin. And it was just, geez, just taking water leakage into the pumpkin. Found this today, little wet spot. I knew it was over. There's some seeds. So that's the end of the season, guys. She would have been well over 2,000 pounds, even damaged. And even after losing probably 40 gallons of water, we're creaking and cracking. Is she loose here? She should be loose. Yeah, she's barely rubbing, but it don't matter. It's over. A bad season went worse. But what a fruit. I'm gonna pull her up a little higher if I can. Take a picture of her from underneath. See where the hole's at. There's some seeds though, blowing out. So she's been mush for a while. Even though, like I said, this was dry, the damage was going down in through the cavity and just piling up in the bottom until it just rotted out. For future reference, if I ever have damage on the top of the pumpkin, I'm gonna pull it as soon as I can. Because this happened about a month and a half ago, and the hole was dry. It's dry now, but the damage continued to tunnel through into the bottom of the pumpkin, rotted him out. But what a fruit. What a smell. If you've never smelled one of these rascals, they go bad. They are fantabulous. That's the Willer beside it. Well, kind of beside it. 1886. Man down. Guess that was poor management on my part. Thinking that hole was just going to be okay. So, it's not even good for display because it's going to continue to rot. So we'll pick her up a little higher if I can and take a look at the hole. Then she's going to turn into deer feed. All right. The bottom of this pumpkin is completely flat. All the edges look good. Right here is where we had the rot down that end down yonder, which is directly below that hole. And it's still, you can see it, I'm kind of looking upside down. It's still dripping. Makes it hard to walk around this side because there's like, gosh, a plethora of water. Seeds are everywhere. Right there. Done her in, but perfectly flat. Other right in the center, it's got a little divot. Still dripping. What's it down to now? It's down to 2058. So it's lost over 100 pounds since I first started lifting it. It's crazy. Ridiculous. What a mess. What a mess. So we got our homemade contraption to lift this up. Don't walk right there, buddy. It's mush. You can see the mush under there. So yesterday I came out for my second check, and I didn't smell it at the time. I taped, and the pumpkin hadn't grown since last Sunday when I taped her, so I was concerned with that. The hole, dry as a bone in there, but I think what I think's happened is, though that's dry, I think that the damage continued through because the hole in the pumpkin is literally right there, almost directly below that. We'll find out if that's what caused it or it was something else here shortly. But I was so devastated that I just came in and started ripping plant out. Got this set up to pick it up and really look at it. So I didn't really do a whole lot of videoing. I've calculated there's about 17 to 20 gallons of water came out of this because we lost about 140 pounds
off the initial weight. So when I was pulling it up, I had the scale, and I'm trying to watch the scale. I wasn't videoing, I'm out here by myself, and I'm cranking it up, and it got to like 2080, 2089 before the plug let loose on the bottom of the pumpkin down here, and then it just gushed. And I think my last weight was 1954 after all the water came out. So this pumpkin was over 2,000 pounds. I do have a picture of the scale. At one point, I think it was 2024 as it was draining all the water out. But me and my trusty assistant, well, he's got his carver. We're gonna get this lifting ring off here, and we are gonna cut this baby up. I know there's plenty of good seeds in them. They're on the ground. Yeah, it's kind of bleh. I'm gonna put a board down here so we don't step in that. So yeah, this is our 1886. 7 days away from the weigh-in, and she is toast. So we are out. Stand by one, and we'll get to cutting on this thing, and we'll look at some sidewall thickness and get that sweet effervescence.
I did one more. Pumpkin acid.
It smells like pumpkin acid. Pumpkin acid, he says. So we did get through. It had been rotting for a while. It looks like it. There's a ton of seeds up in this thing. But we just lost another 10 gallons of water just streaming out of here. But yeah, it's a sweet effervescence in here. Sidewall thickness before it went bad. I mean, I'd have to measure that. It's probably a good 12 inches. So she was a heavy fruit. I'm guessing, it doesn't matter, but I'm guessing it was at least 2,100 pounds before it started going bad. Which doesn't matter because it didn't make it to an official scale. So I'm going to continue to take her apart and see where I think the problem started, and we'll go from there.